Are you experiencing debilitating fatigue or unexplained jaw pain? It's not just getting old. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 5 silent signs of heart problems that your body is sending you. Signs you might be ignoring. This year, more than 500,000 adults over 50 will experience a cardiac event, and alarmingly, most won't feel the classic chest pain. Instead, they'll experience unexplained fatigue, jaw pain, or shortness of breath. If you're 50 or older, you need to watch this entire video. I promise that by the end, you'll be able to distinguish between a normal ailment of old age and your heart's silent cry for help. Welcome. I'm Manuel Granada, your specialist in senior care and wellness, with years of experience dedicated to a longer, healthier life. Today, we're tackling the #1 silent killer, heart disease. The symptoms of a heart problem, especially after age 50, aren't always the sharp chest pain you see in movies. They're subtle, deceptive, and often mistaken for something else. Pay close attention, because this information could be the first step towards saving your life. The main barrier to diagnosis is what we call the atypical presentation of symptoms. As we age, the nervous system changes, and pain is perceived differently. For example, sharp chest pain, angina, is less common in people over 70 and in those with diabetes. Instead, the heart sends distress signals that we mistake for simple exhaustion, a bad night's sleep, or arthritis. We've been socially conditioned to think, if it's not chest pain like in the movies, it's not serious. That belief is dangerous. Let's dismantle that belief sign by sign. Sign 1. Extreme and unexplained fatigue. It's not just being tired. It's a sudden exhaustion that isn't relieved by rest. Think about it. If your heart is an engine that pumps oxygenated blood, unusual fatigue can mean that the engine isn't working at full capacity, and your muscles and organs aren't getting enough oxygen. How do you know if it's serious? If a task you used to do without thinking, like showering or gardening, now forces you to stop to catch your breath, that fatigue is a warning sign. Difference. Normal fatigue comes with activity. Cardiac fatigue can start even before you get out of bed. Sign 2. Pain that radiates to the jaw, neck, or back. This is a phenomenon called referred pain. The nerves that serve the heart sometimes share pathways with the nerves in the jaw or arm. When the heart is in danger, the brain doesn't know exactly where the signal is coming from and projects it to these areas. Women pay special attention. It's much more common to report jaw or upper back pain as the only warning sign. If you feel tightness or pain that feels like a muscle spasm but appears or worsens with exertion, consider it a possible heart symptom. Sign 3. Shortness of breath, dyspnea, especially when lying down. This is an advanced sign, often associated with congestive heart failure. When you lie down, gravity redistributes fluid from your legs to other parts of your body, including your lungs. If your heart is weak, it can't handle this increased volume, resulting in a feeling of suffocation that forces you to sit up or sleep with more pillows. This symptom has a medical name, orthopnea. If you've added more pillows to your sleep in the last month, it's urgent to get it checked out. Sign 4. Persistent swelling, edema in your feet, ankles, and legs. The weakened heart can't return venous blood from the lower extremities with enough force. Blood pools and the pressure forces fluid into the tissues. How do you identify it? Try the pitting edema test. Press the swollen area with your finger for a few seconds. If, when you remove it, a mark or indentation remains that takes a while to disappear, it indicates significant fluid retention and should be evaluated by a doctor. Sign 5. Cold sweats, nausea, and vague abdominal pain. This is the most deceptive symptom. It occurs because in a crisis, the heart activates the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. This causes cold sweats without effort and without fever. It is often accompanied by nausea or stomach upset that we mistake for indigestion. If you feel off with cold, sticky sweats and that stomach upset doesn't subside with antacids, don't hesitate. Seek help. Hidden risk factors and prevention. Now that you know the signs, let's see who is at greater risk. Heart disease silently accelerates with certain factors that we can manage. 1. hypertension, and diabetes. If you have these conditions, your heart works twice as hard. 2. History smoking. The damage remains for years after quitting. 3. Chronic stress. Keeps your body in emergency mode, wearing down the heart. That's why, in addition to vigilance, prevention is vital. The golden rule is rigorous control of blood pressure and blood sugar. The action plan, what should I do now? If you identified any of these signs, here's what you should do. 1. Document everything. Keep a record of when the symptoms started, its frequency, and what relieves or worsens it. 2. Seek the right help. Contact your primary care physician. If the symptoms are acute or multiple, call emergency services immediately. Do not attempt to drive. 3. Be your health advocate. If a doctor downplays your symptom as just old age, insist on a cardiac evaluation. In short, old age is not synonymous with illness. Paying attention to fatigue, radiating pain, shortness of breath, swelling, and sweating can save your life. And please remember, this is an informational video. For a diagnosis, treatment, and specific recommendations for your condition, you should see a trusted doctor. They are the only ones qualified to assess your health. Extreme fatigue, jaw or arm pain, shortness of breath, swelling, and cold sweats can be warning signs from your heart. Remember that this is an informational, educational, and supportive video. Diagnosis and treatment can only be provided by a trusted doctor after performing the relevant tests. Listen to their recommendations. Thank you for taking the time to care for your health. If you value this information, please subscribe to the channel, like this video so it reaches more people, and leave a comment. And if you want to continue working on your vitality, click on the next video on how to gain muscle mass after 50. See you soon and take good care of your heart.